Yo, what up? Alright, so we back at it again with another video here. We got a 2006 Tucson, right? This carry the G4 GC engine, right? Customer complaint is every time he starts his vehicle up, it works perfectly, and after a while it starts to buck and misfire and stuff like that. Basically, lost power, right? So we're gonna put the scan tool on it first and see exactly what's going on and take it from there, right? But he also mentioned that it works perfectly fine at first, and probably, let's say like 5 to 10 minutes into the drive, you notice that, he's not getting no acceleration either on the pedal. So, as I said, man, I'm not sure. So let's see if we can, diagnose this vehicle and, see what the symptoms that they're getting, right? So I'm gonna start the vehicle up and let you hear how it sounds. I was able to retrieve some of the fault codes from this vehicle. The shop said that this P0507 code keeps coming back up every time they erased it. Right, I'm not sure what this code means. I'll have to look it up. But for now, I just want to get some direction, basically how to diagnose the vehicle, right? I got some pins pulled up here, but I got the temperature sensor up. I got the, because it's heat related, as they said, and also the TPS, right, to see exactly if I'm getting any throttle, response, right? I also asked the shop to inquire if this vehicle ever overheat before, because this engine is notorious for overheating, right? We have no check light on, and the vehicle basically have a hard start, and it is struggling to run, right? I thought they said this vehicle runs, but as I said, right, not sure exactly what's going on, right? But I'm definitely gonna go by the muffler and listen to listen out for anything, if it's a misfire or if it's like a smooth low flow coming from the engine. But this definitely is struggling to start, man. Yeah, this definitely sounds like it have a misfire, right? But let's do some more digging to see exactly if we can figure out exactly where the misfire is coming from or what causes the misfire, and take it from there. Alright, so we hear the vehicle sound. So let's pop the hood and see exactly what's under here. Alright, as I said, man, this is G4 GC. So we just want to do a inspection before we do anything on this vehicle. And I see they got some new cords in and plug wires, right? I believe they say they changed that, thinking, well, that might rectify the problem, right? I see they got water in the coolant, which is not good at all, right? You're actually seeing some coolant marks there. Well, not coolant, like rusty water, right? So if there's water in there, most likely there's water here too, right? Let's see. Yeah, if they got water in the engine, it should be using coolant though. Alright, so let's do a relative compression test first, right? With that'll let me know if I need to go any further with any other test or not. But as I said, it does sound like a misfire, and it's happening at idle, right? When you're driving, it tends to smooth out. But it's misfire, well, most likely it could be compression. It's not ignition, because they replaced the coils and the plugs, and also I believe they also replaced the plug wires too, right? And they're still having the symptoms, right? So I gotta remove the fuse to do the RC test, right? I don't want the vehicle to start, so I'm gonna just pull out the injector fuse, right, and crank it a few times, and just check the compression in this vehicle and see exactly what it is, right? So it's this 15 amp injector fuse I'm gonna pull. I could have disabled the spark, but this is much easier, right? Let's take this out. Okay, so with the injector fuse out, right, I'm going to do a RC test, right? I'm just set it up here, which is basically checking the compression, right, while we're cranking over using the starter current, right? Just let me know if if the compression is good in all the cylinders, right? I don't really always, I believe in it, yes, but at the same time too, you can get things like cylinder wash and stuff, right? So right now we're seeing compression good on a few of them, except one is okay, it's borderline, but
let's do it over, repeat the test and see exactly if it repeats. And I don't have a sync to it right now, so I don't know exactly what the compression is in each cylinder, but it's definitely gaining low compression in one, right? So I don't have my laptop with me, but I'm gonna just do something else, right? We gain spark, right? But I'm just gonna go a little beyond and see if we can figure out where this misfire is coming from, right? Nothing is showing up on the scan tool, so I'm really not sure what's going on here, right? Let me just put this back in because I gotta start the vehicle up and start it up to make sure that all the gas is burnt out the cylinder, right? I have been burned before by doing RC tests, right? Where I was getting cylinder wash, right, and it was telling me that I had low compression on a cylinder, and I made a call, and basically it wasn't the right call, right? And in this case, right, I'm gonna go a little further and see exactly what's going on before I make the call. Yeah, this vehicle is definitely struggling, right? I believe they unplugged the mass airflow and it got, it ran a little better, but eventually it did repeat itself and started to stumble. And you see that it's not even trying to stay alive, right? Just let me know that something is up, man. Alright, let me try something else and see if I have any problems with like coolant flow. Well, not coolant, well, they got water. But let me see exactly if I got something like a stuck thermostat or something like that, or even compression. Let's see what's going on, right? I'm gonna hold up. What's this? Okay. If you take a look closer, you see like water leaking out the exhaust. I think that I may have found my problem, right? I think this definitely have an issue with the head gasket. Oh man, I think I'm lucky right here. Why do we have water basically on the exhaust? I didn't spill any water, and here's dry. But we're seeing water bubbles coming off the exhaust. I think this has a problem with the head gasket, right? Wow. Okay, let's try something else. If I open this up, because it may be hot. Right, let me see if I get it right. But let me get my thermal camera out and see exactly if I can see exactly what's going on. It may help, man. Definitely got a misfire right here due to probably combustion leaking into the exhaust. Yeah, I think I'm lucky. Will I catch this on the compression test? Probably not, but this definitely is a clue. Why do we have water spitting out of the exhaust? Okay, let's use the thermal camera to see if we pick up any restriction. These, as I said, man, these vehicles is known for overheating, right? The radiator always clogged, or restriction of flow from the thermostat, and you can see that one of the hose is basically hot, and another one, the bottom hose, is basically cool, right? I'm not sure exactly. It's supposed to work like that. The car been running for a while, so I'm expecting to see both hose, radiator hose, the same temperature, at least if the thermostat is open. And clearly not, right? You got the top hose is basically hot, and the lower hose is cool. The fan is running, right? And the fan is running on high speed. So basically, okay, this definitely crazy. But let's go back by the muffler and see if we see any excessive water spitting out the exhaust, right? And that could also let me know that basically the compression was getting washed due to, yeah, definitely got some water coming out the exhaust, right? A lot. So, that's crazy, man. I'm going to let's take this vehicle off, right? And with that, now I'll be able to see if the compression is leaking into the coolant reservoir, right? And that will confirm, you know, if you have a head gasket issue. So let me just get around and
Yeah, on a safety note, just make sure when you're doing these kind of tests, right, that you know what you're doing first and foremost, and that you know, you have control, right? Right now, you see I'm just rocking it back and forth to let the steam out. Try not to get yourself hurt by doing this, right? If not, just leave it for, you know, someone who knows what they're doing, right? Because it definitely will get burnt, and from what I'm seeing here, it shows that the head gasket is damaged, right? Right now we're getting combustion gases coming into the coolant pad, and I believe this is what's causing the cylinder misfire, right? So I also got burnt like this before. I'm gonna leave link on the box on top, right, where I got burnt on the same vehicle. Actually, that, you know, basically couldn't figure out why exactly the car was in island, and you'll see why, you know, the test that I did and what led me to know that this has some sort of air gasket issue that needs to be addressed, right? So I'm just topping up with some water right here so I can show you exactly a little trick that I picked up and see if, you know, you can follow along. Yeah, what happened on the last video was similar, where I had good compression in a 2006 model Tucson, and I mean, based on the years of the vehicle and engine, you know, you can't have good compression all through these years, and I don't care what exactly you do, compression gonna fall off, right? But you definitely see that this definitely have a head gasket issue that they need to, you know, sort out, right? So let me just show you exactly what's going on. Yeah, the shop said that the customer mentioned that the vehicle never experienced any overheating before, but it clearly shows that this head gasket is compromised, right? And as I said, man, I just do these little things just to show you exactly what's going on. You're not supposed to be getting no bubbles coming up in this bottle right now, right? It's supposed to be basically the most you might see is like a swirl in the water coolant area, because, you know, that's the water pump that's circling the coolant, right? But you're seeing these bubbles. That means, as I said, the combustion gases is leaking out into the coolant passageway, and that definitely indicates that we have some kind of mechanical issues, right? So I'm gonna just pull out all the plugs. If I see a plug that's wet, that's letting me know, well, the coolant is leaking from or into this combustion chamber and causing the misfire, where the basically you gain a cylinder wash, right? It's not mixing with the oil, so we don't see any like oil mixing with coolant here. But look, I just pulled number one plug, and you see that it's wet on the tip, right? So that is explaining why we're getting that cylinder misfire and the vehicle is falling flat on its face. So they definitely got to make a decision what they're gonna do. But for now, I'm just gonna go in with the borescope and just take a look at, you know, what the cylinder looks like internally. And for older vehicle, in here look too clean. So basically, what's happening when the coolant seeps into the combustion chamber, it creates steam, right? And that's what you're seeing, right? You see no sign of carbon or anything like that, but I'm definitely seeing a wet spot on the crown of the piston. That's letting me know that the water is definitely getting there, and also with the heat, it's creating a steam and cylinder washing the engine, right? And definitely the car's not going to run, you know, well with that, right? Again, this is number two, and you know, case closed, right? So I want to talk to the shop owner and let them know, well, you know, if it's up to them if they want to replace the gasket or they want to replace the engine, is, you know. But I love to figure out these things and, you know, see it, right? And this is a 2006 model engine, right? This is like over 20 years, and you see the condition, and there's basically been steam clean, right? You're not seeing no kind of carbon buildup on top of the crown of the piston, and you're seeing water on the side. So let me see if I can articulate a little bit to the, oh, there it is. You see? So we definitely caught this one on camera. It was a good one, right? And other than that, man, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, man. I'm just gonna hit you that little reminder ever so often, right? But there you go. You have definitely a head gasket issue on this vehicle.
yeah, for those who like these kind of things like I do, you know, don't forget to hit that bell button, man. Right? So yeah, I love figuring out these things and why it's not working. And I mean, the customer's not gonna like the news, right? But at least he gets some kind of, you know, comfort knowing that we was able to solve the problem and that he needs to replace the head gasket or replace the engine, right? And you know, no matter how much plugs or coils or, you know, injectors you change, you're definitely not gonna fix this engine because you have a mechanical problem, right? So until then, y'all take it easy, be safe out there. Yeah, it definitely feels good when you hit the diagnose on the head. You see this white area right there and on the cover? That's where the oil is starting to mix with the water. So sooner or later, you know, we'll start to mix in here. Well, we're going to see what the client decided to do. If you're going to just repair the engine or if you're going to replace it. And that's about it, right? So until next time, take it easy.